Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me for your March reading today. I'm getting one of the decks ready. We're going to use three today. And although I love doing these YouTube readings, I also really love one-on-ones. So if you are looking for some guidance or a different perspective, please check out the description below. There are links and more information for you down there. Okay, let's get this started. We are going to look at, all right, I'm also being told to slow down. So Sag, we're too excited here. We're going to look at the energy crowning you, crowning your situation at this time. Okay. Princess of Swords coming out from this deck. We've also got Eight of Air. A lot of swords going on here, a lot of thought stuff going on here, Sag. And then our oracle card, Seek Beauty. Interesting. So we've got Seek Beauty, Princess of Swords, and Eight of Air. Okay, so the way you are looking at this situation could use a little shifting, a little fine-tuning. Okay. Seek Beauty is an interesting card because it talks about communing with nature, finding the joy and the wonder in nature. How every process in nature is so deliberate and on purpose, and it sounds clinical to say this, but efficient. Nothing is wasted. So you look at something like the life cycle of a tree. It grows from this little acorn, and it uses these different elements, water and sunlight and air, to grow. And then in the process of growing, it's providing shade and protection for other animals. It's also providing oxygen for those living, right, by taking in the carbon dioxide. And when it drops its leaves, if it happens to be deciduous, that goes back to the earth, back to the soil. Right? When it decomposes, it enriches the soil. And this goes on and on and on through this life cycle of the tree until it finally dies. And then it becomes food for something else. We grow mushrooms, insects will eat it, all of this stuff. So there's nothing in nature that's wasted. And there's something beautiful, very beautiful in that process. So Sag, this is about looking at your life from a similar perspective. Where are you feeling like something isn't being used or something is being wasted? That is an area that is asking for you. It's like, make up your mind about this. What do we want to do? Do we want to change it? Do we want to discard it? Do we want to transform it into something else? What is it that we want to do with this? It's like you're carrying some dead weight with you, and it's mental. When you keep hitting against the same wall, trying to figure out your situation or trying to figure out a solution and you can't find it, you may be finding yourself stuck or feeling like you don't have power to do something different. You don't have the power to leave. Or perhaps it's gone on too long and there's too much expectations or routine, or it's like when a relationship has gone past its prime and both people know it, but they're so used to the comfort of being in the relationship that they don't know how to make a change. You may be dealing with that specific scenario, but there is in your energy, Sag, some dead weight that is being asked to be addressed. And what I think is really interesting is we have a strong visual relation going on between all three of these cards. So why is that? Why do we have this connection? It's the connection of illumination. So here the light is behind her. Here she's actively looking at the light. Here she can't see the light at all. So there's a progression happening from not seeing the light to being aware of the light and then to finally seeking the light. So Sag, this is a call I tried to say call and quest at the same time. This is a call to purge, but this is a call to direct more of your energy deliberately to your light. And in doing so, that dead weight will become very, very apparent. All right, let's get some more cards out here. We're going to look at the obstacle in determining the dead weight, or in letting go of the dead weight. A missing piece, so an insight or an energy you hadn't considered. And then another oracle card to see if there's any other wisdom that we need to integrate. Okay, so first, obstacle. Strength. So not using your power appropriately. And Sag, why do I feel like it's that you don't know what your power is? You're not really sure of where it lies. And the answer in this card is that your power lies in your passion, in knowing what that passion is, knowing what that heart wants you to do, but that the passionate heart, where does your passion lie? It's interesting because the color of passion is red, but it's also orange because it's related to that second chakra, and that it's behind her, right? It could be what helps her fly, what frees her from this web, but she's not using it. And that is the key here, not using your passion to get yourself out of where you are. Okay, missing piece, please. This is different. I've been just drawing one card, but I'm being told to draw 3. Wow. Okay, Knight of Fire and Strength. So we're almost augmenting this energy. We've got double strength cards happening. Knight of Fire is also an energy that is unafraid of her passion, but we've got the 8 of Water. We've also got the 8 of Water, which is so similar to the 8 of Air energy. The 8 of Water is still that feeling of, okay, I've been here too long, it's time for me to go, but not being able to fully do it. It's the same thing here. In the 8 of Water, it's that you feel it's time. In the 8 of Air, you think you don't have a way out. But the truth in both of these situations is that you do have the power to get yourself out, and you do know that it is time to leave. But we've got the Knight of Fire and the Strength facing off against each other, or combining their forces. So with all of this fire energy, it's just fire, fire, and then more fire. Look at what she's looking at. It's a pretty unsubtle way to talk about getting yourself fired up again, getting your passion fired up. But also understanding that passion is the way out. Not using brute strength, not showing up trying to fight so hard. It's not about a display of weapons. It's not about trying to punch harder than the other guy, or trying to argue harder, or trying to overcome with that kind of energy. It's about just knowing that when you're in your passionate heart, you have contained power. And you don't actually have to use all of it. It's like being so strong that you know how much power you need to use at every given moment. This metaphor is getting away from me a little bit. It's like knowing your own strength. That's what we're saying. When you're in your passion, when you're connected to your passion, you know your own strength. And you truly know yourself. And we started with the Princess of Swords, who cannot, this is an energy that flip-flops, doesn't like to make up her mind. And so she doesn't know who she is, but your passion guides who you are. and guides where you need to go and where you need to give your energy. Because given that we've had the 8 of air and the 8 of water, there is some stagnation happening. There is some sitting in an energy or a situation that isn't right for you. Also interesting to note that both air and water can put out fire, right? If you want to turn a flame off, you throw some water on it or you blow on it. Okay, so all of these things, these situations are putting your fire out. Okay. Now, in the extended reading, we will go into why and how you can connect more with your passion. But for now, I want to leave you with one more oracle. I think we'll look more into how to reconnect with that passion. That seems like that would be the most practical and most helpful. Okay, acceptance of love. Acceptance of the duality of love. And accept that although this is a couple of things, everything is as it should be. So if you're feeling stuck, you're feeling stuck for a reason. If you're feeling caught or trapped, that is for a reason. And this is really related, seeking beauty, accepting love in the process of, why am I stuck here? What am I to gain? And I feel like I'm getting a little forward feeling, premonition kind of. What we're going to talk about in the extended has to do with, why was the passion lost this time? What are we going to rediscover in reconnecting with the passion? What is a different facet that we didn't know about our passion that is going to come out to us this time? Okay, so in this process, it's really important that you accept where you are. We have to start where we are in order to go somewhere else. And a lot of times, I find this with myself too, when someone hits on an insight or when you realize a truth, the first thing we want to do is push against it. The first thing we want to do is resist it. But until we just say, yeah, okay, I'm not where I need to be, or yeah, that's true, this kind of sucks, or right, this isn't what I thought. Once we say that, then everything can relax and the energy can shift. But until we accept, then the energy cannot shift. So even though you may not be exactly where you want to be, Sag, first accept the energy and then let's see how we can reconnect you. Okay. All right, thank you for joining me to this point. If you would like to follow me onto the extended reading, the link is in the description below. Also, again, one-on-one readings, information on that is in the description below as well. I will see you soon, Sag.